Does this dress make my backside look big?
Perhaps a bit.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Anti-Afro-Spengalis. Now you all know how those males feel in the Umar Johnson sector, begging and pleading and demanding and insisting, browbeating, a whip over their head. Tell me I have a hot body. Don't I have a hot body? You better tell me I have a hot body. Ain't I look good? Don't I look good? Tell me I have a hot body. She's got like a brick. She's got a whip hanging over their head. Tell me I got a hot body. Come on. No, I'm going to get serious. I've got to talk about this hot body scandal. But I was thinking about routes that we take when we go places. Let's say you got to go to the mall. You're not going to pick up a lot of things, just a few things. You could take an Uber, the bus, the trolley. You could drive your own car. However you decide to get to the mall to pick up these few items, you make your own decision about how you're going to reach your destination. Let's say you reach your destination, but when you get there, you encounter somebody who then tells you, you know what, you're not going to go to those stores. You're going to go to these stores. Not only that, I'm going to tell you from this point forward what route you're going to take to go home and how you're going to return home. Are you going to tell that person, yes, whatever you say, I'm going to accept all of your direction as far as what stores I'm going to go to, and I'm going to agree with you as far as what routes I'm going to take on my way home and the method of transportation? I don't think anybody is going to go along with that. But this is what we have with this hot body situation, that I'm so hot body situation, that you better tell me how hot my body is situation. Let's not forget how this got started. It got started with a bunch of boat sinkers, or should I say boat capsizers. They've capsized their own boat in the process of trying to tell everybody what route they're supposed to take. This is what they try to do. This even goes back to let me see your handcuffs. This goes back to a time and place that I didn't even know was going on. This went on before Breaking the Culture of Silence even came over to visit the Umar Johnson sector. This was going on over in the church sector when Let Me See Your Handcuffs was attacking people for their physical characteristics, for their skin tone. She was attacking Breaking the Culture of Silence, calling her a salamander based on her skin tone, talking mad shit about her body type. Now, when people are fat, they love to attack other people who are not as big as them because they feel because they're fat, you can't talk about them. That, oh my God, that's taboo. You can't come out and say they're fat. But they'll call you all kinds of names and attack you with all these physical characteristic put downs before you call them any kind of names. So that went on before I even was aware that was going on. So let's talk about in and around the Umar Johnson sector, how this all got going about body types and how this effort to reroute everybody, force everybody into a destination and force everybody into a route that isn't ours. Let's take it off the table before I get into it. this whole effort to try to tell everybody else, you should cam up, and you should cam up, and you should cam up, and show your face, and show your body. Nope, 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 nope. That doesn't work. The boat capsizers, you are on your own, because the boat capsizers are the ones that started the crap. They started it because they were the ones who initiated all this discussion and all these attacks and all these comments and all these characterizations and all this hypercriticism about everybody else's bodies, people's wives' bodies, people's children's bodies. They were up here putting all these photos out about me that weren't me so they can attack the bodies, calling people fat they never even saw. They were the ones that were going hard on people's physical characteristics, whether or not the boat capsizers were cammed up or not. They were on the attack. So it doesn't make any sense. If they decided to go ahead and cam up because they felt pressured through whatever circumstance, they felt pressured, and this is the Garfield Carrie situation, that's Carrie's problem. If she felt cammed up by whatever accident or a slip of the camera, and thereafter she felt that somebody was going to expose her, so she went ahead and cammed up, that's Carrie Ann's problem. What does it have to do with anybody else out there in these YouTube streets who made their own decision not to cam up? It has nothing to do with anybody else. Carrie Ann made her own decision, and Carrie Ann was the one who has always, she's one of the boat capsizers who has always been hypercritical about other people's physical characteristics. She came here to these YouTube streets. One of the first people she attacked physically was the Smoke God and the Smoke's wife. This is what Carrie did. Carrie attacked the Smoke's wife, which I don't understand why, because Carrie is bigger than the Smoke's wife. Carrie Ann is still bigger than the Smoke's wife. So where in the hell does she get off attacking the Smoke's wife? You have always been bigger than the Smoke's wife. And you're probably significantly bigger than her still, because Smoke had stated, 2 months ago, that his wife has been on her own journey. What is that word that Carrie used? Get my body in order? Or some quote she used. That's not what Smoke's wife said, but I'm just using Carrie's quote. Get my body right. So Smoke had talked about that 2-3 months ago. So if she was already smaller than Carrie Ann, and Carrie Ann says she's lost weight, guarantee she's still smaller than Carrie. But Carrie Ann started attacking Smoke's wife, started attacking Smoke, and I still don't get where the BBL comes in. BBL means you're getting fat put in your body, not weight loss surgery. Carrie Ann is ragging on people who got weight loss surgery, but she says she has to get her body together. She's making all these criticisms about people's bodies, and then she's demanding people cam up. Go back to my description at the beginning of the video. We're not going on Carrie Ann's route. Carrie Ann is the one who was too weak to stand up for herself and tries to pull everybody on her route, runs around talking about people's physical characteristics. She went over to another sector or was talking about another sector, trashing the people's physical descriptions as if what? Anyone who comes online pleading, begging, demanding, insisting that people give compliments has got a serious issue. Anyone who runs a live stream and says to the audience members, I know all you brothers want to F me, has got a serious problem. And there's even people in the chat that said, hey, hold up, I wouldn't want to F you. This is what happened in her live stream. Have you even thought about for a second, how much sense does it make if she goes around saying these things here online? Who would waste their time online saying these things and insisting that they have a hot body? My body is so hot. Who would do that when you are in the public domain And all of these men are out there who can see your body head to toe. And if they like what they see, they can approach you. Now, it is so, I don't want to say, I hate to say the word sad, but I have to say it, sad and pitiful that this is her opinion about men, especially black men. You can't like your father if you're talking like this. That this is the only way she actually sees black men. That if a black man sees a woman and he likes her body, I mean, it's disgusting to think if a black man sees a woman's body, the only thing he is gonna say and do is to come up and be crude and rude. She can't like her father, or I will say any man or male in her family, if she is so stuck on this, or she's never had a positive experience with a black man, if nothing has overtaken this. This is ridiculous. They may think in their head, oh my gosh, I want to go have sex with her right now. But if they want to try to get to know a person, they're going to come up and they're going to be polite and respectful. Obviously, she hasn't had these experiences, or she wouldn't be acting like this. Or the contortion is so extreme that she wouldn't even be able to identify anything that was positive. It could be a $4 million lottery ticket that somebody comes and tapes on her nose. She wouldn't even feel it. It's just one blob of negativity. She's just waiting to have a reaction to. You're not going to see anything else. What it comes down to is poor decision making, poor judgment, impulsivity with these horrendous consequences, and the desperation in trying to force targets to make the same mistakes. Getting fired from a teaching job behind freaking YouTube. Angry because targets won't go along. Trying to force others to agree about this hot body scandal or scenario. Folks aren't going along with that. It is very treacherous on that capsized boat. They need to pull other people in. They can't take the pressure. They can't take the dragging. They're getting dragged in that Umar Johnson sector. When they go to the other sectors, they're getting dragged in those sectors. When those other sectors go to the Umar Johnson sector, they're getting dragged there. They can't catch a break, and they're trying to put the pressure, they're trying to transfer the pressure to their targets, and the targets are not biting. The targets are not going along with it. The targets are not jumping on that route. It has nothing to do with us, because those who don't have enough self-control, who can't control their alcohol intake, who take medications outside of the range prescribed by psychiatrists, wherever you want to say, or add more to it, or smoking weed when they shouldn't be because it's illegal in their state and they're adding to it, all of that stuff, that is their problem. They want to try to force us to assume their problems and what comes along with it. So that's not going to work. So they want to turn around and think it's relevant if they're talking shit about others, spending their Thanksgiving holiday grilling people for information about us. Is just pathetic. We're not on that route. Who would spend all their time on YouTube trying to force these dudes to agree to the hot body scandal? You wouldn't even have time to be on YouTube. You'd be out there in the public enjoying all these brothers fawning over you, throwing things at you. You wouldn't need to have any struggles in life. They would be so willing to be by your side and give you all of this compliments and respect. You wouldn't have time to be on no damn YouTube for hours and hours on end, begging for compliments from who? From dudes on YouTube who treat you like a dead dog, who talk about you like you're literal trash, who she's talked about in the same way. Who in the hell is going to get compliments from someone who has spoken about you in such a deplorable, degrading, abusive manner? Who? Please tell me you accept compliments from someone like that, who you've had those experiences with. That's who you're going to go to. This is so pathetic. And you have all these brothers out there, but you come to YouTube, flying all over the place, begging for compliments, fishing for compliments. What I see, you doing nothing but drowning. Listen, folks, you know I got much more coming your way. In the meantime, buyer beware.